So thank you so much. My heart is racing a little bit through nerves, but also through hearing from Diana and Jane and Bob. It is just such an incredible business that we have got our hands on. Absolutely amazing. And we've been able to change so many lives in the last 12 years that I've been in business, but also in the last year has been absolutely incredible. And that's what I want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about tonight, is that my focus for this year was purely down to keeping team afloat. I had people that joined me that lost so many incomes through the pandemic, and it has been heartbreaking watching people struggle. And to have this vehicle that I could use to reach out and help them has been absolutely incredible. I just wish so many more people would listen to us. But my success for this year, so as Jane said, all the 5K and the chairman's bonus, which is amazing. Really, my thought process, the only thing that really changed was super focusing on the team and making sure that they were okay. So if anything, it stops me being selfish and thinking, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? It's what do my team need? And I really stepped up for them to really help them. And it has been an amazing year, not only for me, but for my team. And it's such a lovely place to stand side by side with people that are achieving next to you. And it's a lovely feeling to have. So I've got some practical information that you can implement into your businesses that can really help you go through this lockdown. You know, we had massive growth in the lockdowns, so you can implement this to help you really kickstart your year. The first quarter, I know we're going through a pandemic and it's awful, but the first quarter for us as business owners can be so amazing because we've got this opportunity to reach out to so many people. So the first thing I did was, and I do this at the beginning of every month, is I have individual team plannings with my team members. So I do 3 days at the beginning of every single month, and I say to my team, right, if you're ready to really get going, if you're really ready to get your head down and get to work, I'm going to book 45-minute slots with you. And I literally hide myself away. I say to the family, look at the goal board, I've got it there. So I just wanted to show Diana, it's right there. I say to them, I've got 3 days, I'm literally working 12-hour days. I'm going to hide away in the office to make sure everyone's sorted. And knowing that I've got that in place at the beginning of every month, I know my team are set up. I have my retail done on the 1st of every month as well, because I have my regular orders. So the rest of the month, I can get out there looking for new people. So it really does start to free up your time. So I do back-to-back 45 minutes. So I really get down to work looking at their goals, what income they need, their who do you know list, who can we start contacting. I help them form ways of contacting, whether they're going to pick up the phone, send a message, send an email. Normally some people would probably bump into each other out and about. That's very different right now. So we look at ways that we can get in front of them. We look at sales strategies as well. So there's a lot of ways that you can really boost your sales, and we're going to hear a lot about that through the 3 days of the Kickstart, using online methods. You know, it was in the olden days, it was seeing people on the school run, it was me dropping off experience packs, it was having people round in my living room. So now we have to work very differently. We have WhatsApp little like parties, we have Zoom launches on this kind of platform here. We have lots of ways that we can really use social media to showcase the product. So we look at, okay, what can you do with that? Who do you know? Who are your different groups of people that we can start to showcase that to? We can start to build a customer group as well, because it's a lovely place for people to be. So again, you're going to hear so much about that. But we also look at the activity needed, because it's all very well and good writing down what's going to happen, but we need some activity to actually get people going, get people reaching their own personal targets and their goals. So a daily activity plan or a weekly activity plan really works well, almost like a tick list. So right, how many people are we going to talk to on your who do you know list every day or every week? So we look at that, then we look at the people we're going going to talk to, and I help them formulate that. But I always say to my team, I can't do it for you. This is a plan that you need to work with. I'm here to support you and I'll help you every step of the way. And these guys on the screen, they're all doing amazingly. And many of them came to me during lockdown, really in need of boosting their income because they're from various backgrounds that were severely affected. Another thing I noticed was when we weren't having those regular BPs, those get-togethers, the success days, even the QLS Kickstart, everyone's saying, oh my gosh, we want to be at the QLS Kickstart because we all want to be hugging each other. We can't have that. And I've got a team page, so a team Facebook page. There's loads of people on there, but it's impersonal. It's very much a movie board of training, information, everything that people need. But when someone's nervous and they want to ask a question, it can be quite nerve-wracking. I am really kind of open to my team, but my newer team might be a bit scared to ask me a question that they think is silly. So I thought, what can I do to overcome this? How can I get people together so they feel really comfortable? So what I did was I created WhatsApp groups. So I have different WhatsApp chats. I have one for my leaders, one for my global teams in different countries, and one for my little active team that I'm working with. So these guys now, they feel supported. They can chit chat with each other. If they're having a bad day, they go on, and then you've got 30 other people who'll pick them back up again. And it's just a really lovely place for them to start to share ideas. And they've really formed the most amazing friendship group. These people are all over the world. They've never met each other in real life, but they are literally like best friends. And that is beautiful to see. It's fast paced. So if I have a brand new person come in, I do say to them, someone's going to ask a relevant question, and then there might be about 80 other messages, which is completely unimportant. So turn the notifications off, learn to scan through, especially if people are working. So I consider my WhatsApp chat groups like the office kitchen. Remember when we all used to have jobs, or any of you in jobs, and it was the office kitchen where you go in and have your coffee and you have the gossip and the giggle. It's where the real stuff got going and got done. But my office now is what we call power hours. So we wanted a place where everyone could feel really comfortable working together, because I'm here, I'm in my little office in my house, and it can get very lonely. You know, I'm sat here on my own and I might be wanting to speak to people. I might get a bit nervous, or I might not know how to respond to someone. So what we've got now is this really amazing virtual online office. So we just use Zoom, which is this platform that you're looking at now. If you're watching this and thinking, oh my gosh, that must cost a fortune, you can get a free Zoom for 40 minutes. So you and your team can use that for 40 minutes, but it's about £11 or something like that to upgrade to have 100 people on, and you can have it for as long a time as you want. So what we do is we schedule these power hours where we say, right, we're going to meet. Some of them meet at 6 o'clock in the morning. I am never ever up at that early, but a lot of them are early birds and they meet at 6. There's a 10 o'clock one, there's a 1 o'clock one, there's an 8 p.m. one, and we all come together for that 1 hour and we get activity done. We sit there and we start contacting people. We start contacting people about the business, about the products. I try and advise my team. It's not an admin hour. It's not where you're going to start shuffling your paperwork. This is down and dirty activity. But the beauty is we all have our cameras on, but we have our microphones off. Can you see all the red microphones on there? It's because we're all muted. And that's so that there's no hustle and bustle. If your kids come running in, it doesn't matter. I've got 5 dogs. I've sworn them all to just be quiet out there. If anyone makes a sound, they know that they'll have the wrath of mom. So with this, it doesn't matter. You're homeschooling, the kids are in the background, it's fine. You can just unmute if you need a question answering. But having those faces feels like you're in an office, and it's just lovely because you feel supported, you don't feel alone, and you almost have someone to answer to as well. So you've got that commitment that at the end of it, I come on and say, right, who's achieved some activity today? What have you guys done in this hour? So they have to come up with something that they've done. So they have to come on and do some activity. They can't hide. And it's a lovely, lovely environment. So this is the office. The WhatsApp group is the cheeky kitchen canteen kind of chat group. Now, we've heard a lot about goal setting from already today from Diana, but I just wanted to share with you my goal board. Now, that's it there behind me. I realised looking at my goal board at the beginning of the year, it had so much stuff on that it didn't even matter to me. It had handbags on, had a random watch that I didn't really care about. It had really impersonal things that I thought I needed. So I scrapped it all off and I started again, and I thought, what is it that I want? The important things were getting my son a car. He's just turned 18, so it was getting him to learn to drive. The important thing was having a little nest egg, because it's made me realize in the pandemic that a lot of people are struggling. If our income stopped, what would we do? If I was childminding, we would have lost our home through this, because no money would have been coming in apart from my husband's income, which wasn't enough. So it's really made me think, okay, everyone needs a nest egg. You need at least 3 months worth of income saved up in case anything happens. And I don't know anybody, I've asked around, I don't know anybody outside of Forever, obviously, that have that in place. So it's a really strong goal for me to have that just in the bank, sitting there hidden away. And I always remember Jane saying that, make sure you squirrel away part of your income every month. And I've always remembered that. And I'm a scaredy cat anyway, so we're always squirreling away to make sure we're okay. So that was a big one, to boost that up. A lot of it in the middle there is not actually physical things, it's mental things. That sounds wrong, sorry, but it's about choosing happy. It's about letting go of that stress. It's about not worrying anymore, choosing to love. So I'm a natural worrywart. I worry about everything. If I'm not worried, I worry why I'm not worrying. So I've really worked a lot on myself to let go of that and just chill out. You know, if someone says no to me, fine, say no to me. You don't have to join the business. You can stay miserable for the rest of your life. And that's really helped me as a person grow, because I've let go of people's opinions. So a lot of that has just come from working, looking at like mindset coaches, looking at stuff online. I listened to Rhonda Byrne, which is The Secret. So she's got The Power that she's written after that, as how to bring stuff into your life. So little things like that have really helped me. So they're just little side things. So what I do is I look at my goal board every day for daily motivation, because I get up in the morning, I talk to myself with really good talk. I talk about how many people I'm going to recruit this week. I'm talking about how happy we are going to be today. I look at my goal board and I realize this is why I'm doing it. It's for my children. And if I'm nervous, I still get nervous. If I've got somebody who I'm phoning who I'm a bit anxious about, usually my anxiety comes from people I don't know, because I can't imagine or visualize their face or what they look like or how they're responding to me. I stand in front of my goal board and I do it for that. And it gives me confidence. And standing up gives you confidence too, because it opens up your diaphragm. So if you're nervous about making phone calls, wear your best underwear, wear a pair of heels, stand up and stand in front of your goal board, and you'll smash those calls. Giving your goals time as well. So a timeline is so key. You need to know when you're going to work towards to hit your goal, because otherwise it's a never. You can move timelines, but if you have a timeline, you can then make a plan. So it's not a dream, then it becomes an actual physical goal that you're working to. And ticking off goals is the most amazing feeling in the world. Even if it's a small little goal, giving that a massive tick, you're like, yes, I've nailed that. And it just makes you feel so empowered. My goals have kept my work ethic strong. So yes, I get tired just like everyone else, but I know that I'm working hard, because I'm going to be improving my life, my family's life, my friends' lives, and my team's life. You know, it's a Friday evening. Most people, if I was in a normal job and someone said, oh, Claire, you're going to have to work Friday evening, I'd be like, no, I'm not. But I know that this is going to really lift me after tonight. I'm going to feel amazing. It's great for social media, but it's also helping everyone in Forever. And the more people that are successful in Forever, the more money it makes for the company and for us as well. So it's about working towards things that are going to really help you grow. And you, as I said, you can change your timelines on your goal. Don't panic. Don't keep repeating the same goal that you've missed, but you can stretch a little timeline if you need to. So make sure your goal actually resonates with what you want and not what you think you should want. And then you'll start to tick those dreams off. So my 2021 goals, because our team has grown so much over 2020, I have lots of managers that have come through. and lots of up and coming managers. So I've created my first ever chairman's bonus group, which we meet every month, and I'm helping them achieve chairman's bonus. Now there's 27 in the group. I wish they were all frontline. How amazing would that be? 27 different legs, but they're not. I've pulled together lots of managers who need nurturing and support. So if you're a manager watching this, pull in those people, reach out to them. You don't know how somebody might be struggling deep down. Someone might have lost their confidence. I lost my confidence for a good 2 or 3 years in myself, and I was nurtured and supported. You're going to hear from Natalie in a minute. She picked me up, shook me off, and got me back on my feet. So make sure you're that person who reaches out to them, brings them in. So I'm going to be helping those guys. We're all halfway through Eagle Manager, help them tick that off, and then go on to Chairman's Bonus, which is super exciting. And I would love to see them all going across the stage in well, let's hope we get to a stage in 2022. Zooms are brilliant, but we need a stage, don't we? Somewhere lovely and warm. And who knows where that's going to take us in the next couple of years. My next goal is back in the GLT club so I can go and hang out with Jane in loads of lovely destinations.